After switching to a Mac, I began by setting up the project again from GitHub. Since this machine didn't have any of my previous configurations, I needed to rebuild the development environment from the beginning. The first issue appeared immediately. PsychoPG, which I use with Postgres, wasn't installing correctly. The library couldn't locate the required files, so I added the Postgres library path manually in my ZShell configuration. After that, PsychoPG installed without further problems, and I continued with the setup. Before moving forward, I checked whether my environment variables were being read correctly. That's when I noticed I had used the wrong key, email host user, instead of the Gmail account variable. After correcting it, I installed the VS Code extensions I needed, including Django, Vue, and several additional tools. With PsychoPG resolved, I ran Django migrations. Since this Mac didn't have the old database, I created a new account to confirm that the sign-up flow still functioned properly. To understand where I had stopped last time, I created a post and tested the UI. I noticed that the like, save, and share buttons inside the comment modal were not working. The logic existed on the main post component, but had never been added to the modal. I copied the correct logic into the modal so the buttons behave as expected. However, closing the share modal currently closes the entire comment modal as well, which is something I plan to refine later. While continuing the checks, I realized the project didn't have a profile page at all. I asked Windsurf to generate one, but the output contained structural mistakes, so I reverted everything. I rewrote my prompt more clearly, tried again, and even asked it to continue when it paused midway. But that still didn't solve the problem, so I reverted once more. I also used Windsurf to fix the sign out button, which wasn't functioning. Inside the profile page, the account creation date displayed as NA or not available. When I inspected the /me endpoint, I realized my user model didn't include a field tracking when an account was created. I added that field to the user model and the serializer so the UI could display it correctly. Next, I tested the connection feature. Clicking connect on a post successfully created a connection object. I disconnected to generate a reconnection request, then logged into another browser as the second user, the one meant to approve it. But instead of seeing a page for reviewing incoming requests, I clicked the connect button on the same post, which was written by the same account I was logged in as. This created a second connection object, which confused me at first. When I printed the values in the console, both the initiating user and the target user were the same account. That's when I realized I was simply attempting to connect to myself, not responding to the original reconnection request. To avoid this, I instructed Windsurf to hide the donate and connect icons when the post belongs to the logged in user. I also created a new endpoint that returns any connection objects between two users, so the interface can show previously sent reconnection requests or requests received from others. To make the connection system meaningful, I enforced the rule that users must be connected before accessing payment details through the donate button. Now, when someone clicks donate without being connected, the interface instructs them to connect first. It also displays a connect button when appropriate, only if the user hasn't already sent a reconnection request and their previous request hasn't been rejected. After confirming that everything was working, I fixed a small issue in the nav bar so that it displays the user's actual profile picture rather than their initials. I made the same adjustment inside the comment modal so the profile picture appears next to the comment text field. Lastly, I updated our documentation and added check marks to track which features have been completed.